In this video, I will be showing you how to add a new input and output parameter. Input and output parameters are located under domain, which is in our example test domain, and on the subdomain, which is XML compression. And on the service schema, there are two folders called inputs and outputs. So under inputs, we will have our input parameters, and under outputs, we will have our output parameters. So let's create a new input parameter. We have to right click on inputs and choose add new parameter. So in here, this is the name of our parameters or dataset, file URL. Please make sure that you put all the upper and lowercase characters correctly, because this is a case sensitive action, so it has to be exactly the same as your service. The description is not mandatory, and the type has to be URL in our case, but we can choose integer and text. So URL, when we choose the type, which is URL, when the user specifies a value for this input parameter, it has to match the exact type. So in this case, it's URL, so you have to provide a URL which is in correct format. This parameter is not optional, so I'm not ticking optional option. So let's say we have our first parameter and we add a new one and we call this mode. I'm not putting any description, and the type would be text, and it's not optional as well. I'm saving this, and we have our another input parameter. So now let's add another output parameter. Right click on outputs and add new parameter. As you can see, the fields are different. We only have title and description, and everywhere in Liquid Benchmark the description is not mandatory, so which means you don't have to basically provide a description, but it is really useful for your own reference. So let's put our output parameter name, which is time, and I'm just putting a description here. So the time which has been taken to execute the service. This is just a sample description, and I hit on save. So basically I have my time in output parameters.